Hello there. Thanks for joining me this Saturday on 7Edition. I'm Sabrina Zainal and these are tonight's top stories. 5-year-old survives as family members perish in tragic crash. Over 8 million ringgit worth of live pangolins seized. And young players die in fire at Flamengo Academy.
São 10 pessoas mortas, não sabemos ainda.
We begin with some tragic news. 5 members of a family were killed and 1 child was injured when the Protonwira they were traveling in skidded and slammed into a roadside tree. The incident occurred at Kampung Pengkalan Atas, Batu Rakit, Kuala Nurus in Terengganu around 2:50 this morning.
The deceased were identified as Muhammad Khairul Jusso, age 38, his wife Nur Shazlin Sharizam Saleh, 21, Khairul sister Rosilawati Mustafa, 43, and Nur Shazlin's 5-year-old brother Muhammad Nasrullah, and the couple's daughter Nur Khaira Aisha, only 9 months old. The couple and the 2 children died at the scene. Rosilawati died while receiving treatment at the hospital, leaving the couple's son, 5-year-old Muhammad Khairul Haziq, as the sole survivor. He is currently being treated at the Sultanah Nur Zahira Hospital for serious injuries. The family was en route from a wedding reception in Kota Baru, Kelantan to their home in Kampung Durian Mas, Manir, when Khairul lost control of the vehicle. A distress call at 3 a.m. brought 2 fire engines and a dozen rescuers to the scene, where they discovered one of the victims outside of the vehicle and 5 others pinned in the wreckage. All of the deceased have been laid to rest at the Kampung Durian Mas Muslim Cemetery.
Elsewhere, 4 family members would have drowned if not for the quick action of anglers and passers-by who helped them escape their sinking vehicle last night. Unfortunately, one of the Good Samaritans, 31-year-old Abdul Bari Ashraf Muhammad, is now missing and feared drowned while trying to help the victims. Now, according to the Terengganu Fire and Rescue Department, the incident happened when the driver of the 4-wheel drive attempted to change gears in the car. The driver, however, accidentally put it in reverse, causing the vehicle to move backwards and plunge into Sungai Terengganu at Pulau Warisan. There were 2 adult women and 2 girls inside the vehicle at the time. The 4 victims were sent to Sultanah Nur Zahira Hospital for treatment, while the vehicle was recovered at about 1 a.m. today. The search for Abdul Bari resumed at 8 this morning after being stopped at 1:45 a.m. due to strong currents. According to his family, Abdul Bari, an avid angler, was out fishing with a friend during the incident. In other news, Sabah police detained a man and seized 8.4 million ringgit worth of live pangolins, as well as animal parts in raids conducted on Thursday and earlier today. Police believe the syndicate has been actively smuggling and processing pangolin meat and scales for the past 7 years. Now, State Police Commissioner Dato' Omar Mama said the police and the Sabah Wildlife Department raided a factory in South Kota Kinabalu Industrial Park on Thursday, where the authorities arrested a 35-year-old man believed to be a factory manager and seized 35 live pangolins and 361 kilograms of pangolin scales. A follow-up raid at a go-down in Kampung Bontoy near Tuaran led to the discovery of 1,860 boxes of frozen pangolin meat, 2 animal feet believed to be those of a bear, and 4 frozen bats. Initial investigation revealed that the suspect has been buying pangolins from local poachers. Pangolin meat is then packed and sent to the go-down before distributed to the local markets. Now, on the outside, a shop lot in Bandar Baru Klang appeared to be vacant. However, a police raid revealed that the shop was actually an illegal entertainment outlet which has been operating over the past years.
The raid was conducted by a team from Selangor Police Contingent's Anti-Vice Gambling and Secret Societies Division. To avoid detection, the outlet did not put up any signboards on the outside with no lights. Operating on the first floor, it was only accessible to regular customers, and patrons are required to make reservations before being allowed entry. During the raids, there were 12 patrons who were entertaining themselves inside 3 rooms. When inspected, police found 5 packets believed to be ketamine and 20 Aramin 5 pills. 3 workers were also arrested to assist investigations. All the suspects were brought to Klang Utara District Police Headquarters for further action.
Moving on, a former Johor MP has been arrested by the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission (MACC) over alleged bribes amounting to 230,000 ringgit for a project linked to Felda. Now, the former MP, who carries the Datuk title, is expected to be charged in Johor Bahru tomorrow. MACC Deputy Commissioner Datuk Sri Azam Baki, who confirmed the arrest, reportedly said the former lawmaker used to be a member of Felda's board of directors. He was alleged to have used his position to propose and approve the appointment of a printing company in which he holds shares to print the Satu Suara newsletter from 2012 to 2015. The project was valued at around 13 million ringgit. In return, the Datuk received 50,000 ringgit in cash in 2013 and a plot of land in Kota Tinggi worth 180,000 ringgit the year after. Meanwhile, a non-governmental organization, the Third Force, TTF, today lodged a police report against Dato' S. Ambiga in relation to the 90 million fund being investigated by the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission. And in the report, TTF urged the police to investigate if it was true that Dato' Ambiga was the one who told Sarawak Report chief editor Claire Rucastle-Brown about the alleged 90 million bribe. If this is true, it is a duty for Claire to hand over the evidence to the MACC to assist the anti-graft agency with investigations.
So I'm telling the SBRM, call Ambiga because she is the key to the whole investigation. Let everyone know what is the answer, yes or no. Did she tell Claire? Okay, because penyiasatan boleh pelbagai aspek. I want it to be focused. Yes, did you tell Sarawak Report that 90 million was paid? Did you not tell? If you told, where is the evidence? Okay, and just in case berlaku unsur-unsur fitnah, I've also reported to the police.
RJ Ritaudin, in his report, had asked the police to investigate if Dato' Ambiga had received any forms of bribe from Claire or any quarters to come up with false statements against Dato' Sri Najib Tun Razak, Dato' Sri Abdul Hadi Awang, and also PAS. Now, more than 20 Bursa Malaysia listed companies in Sabah will be called to discuss about investing in the state's development. Sabah Chief Minister Datuk Sri Muhammad Shafi'i Abdal said this was part of efforts to boost economic growth, create job opportunities for the locals, and to ensure that these companies contribute to the state's development.
Melabur bukan hanya kita bergantung dengan pelaburan asing, tapi pelaburan tempatan. Yang saya yakin banyak usahawan-usahawan, peniaga-peniaga yang mempunyai kewangan yang cukup banyak, yang mereka sanggup untuk melabur ke peringkat negeri Sabah ini untuk memajukan negeri Sabah. Dan saya yakin ini merupakan satu ruang dan landasan untuk kita melihat pelaburan. Kalau masyarakat Cina sanggup melabur sampai 1-2 bilion, kerana mereka tahu ada keuntungan dia, mengapa peniaga kita tidak sanggup untuk melabur dalam sektor-sektor yang kita ingin lihat dapat memberi peluang pekerjaan kepada anak-anak kita. Jadi
He was speaking at the Chinese New Year open house at the Sabah Chinese High School in Tawau today. Datuk Sri Shafi'i said the state government would provide the platform for investors to expedite the application process. He also said the state's development should be balanced and not merely concentrated in certain districts. Now, the list of candidates for the posts of Inspector General of Police, IGP, and the Deputy will be finalized soon. Home Affairs Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin said a discussion with Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad would be conducted to select the candidates for the 2 most important posts in the national security body.
Kita akan putuskan nanti pengganti bagi kedua-dua jawatan penting dalam polis. InsyaAllah saya akan bincang dengan Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri dalam tempoh yang terdekat kerana tempoh untuk bersara pun sudah hampir tiba. Jadi ini akan diputuskan dalam tempoh yang tidak berapa lama lebih, insyaAllah.
Earlier, Tan Sri Muhyiddin, who is also Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia Bersatu President, chaired a meeting with the Hulu Langat Bersatu Committee and village heads. He also visited the family of the late Semenyih State Assemblyman Bahtiar Muhammad Noor. IGP Tan Sri Muhammad Fuzi Harun and his deputy Tan Sri Noor Rashid Ibrahim, prior to this, was reported to be ending their respective service contracts in May. Up next, a new helper in Russia when you're ever stuck in snow. The details next. Thanks for staying with us. Now it's time for our daily segment Clickbait, where we take a look at what's trending and making rounds in the cyber world today. Malaysians are excited creatures when it comes to free stuff, but who would expect that instead of an innocent exchange, it would turn into something that could possibly cause a wrecked marriage? Just at noon today, an online entrepreneur was exposed in a Facebook post for tricking women thinking that they were getting free shawls, but it turns out it was just a bait for him to sneak into their private messages and prey on them.
In the disgusting yet witty expose, the poster, who was a man, warned the public of the ill-intentioned salesman and shared screenshots of the salesman's Facebook profile, the deceitful post, as well as WhatsApp messages shared between them. It all started from this post, where the salesman posted to his followers asking them to say hi in exchange for a free shawl. Upon seeing the post, the exposer reached out and they continued the conversation in WhatsApp. Unbeknown to the salesman, who thought he was speaking to a woman, he asked where the exposer's husband was. Just to see where things were going, the exposer just played along. The salesman then started texting inappropriately, to which the exposer maintained his cool and put the conversation back on track to the free shawl. Pushing it even more, the salesman asked for a selfie and sent his. Hilariously, the exposer turned the tables and sent his selfie and rained warnings on the salesman. Leaning on the exposer's recent post, he followed up with an advice coining on the situation whilst promoting his business.
Now, a camel would probably be the last thing you'd think to seek help from when you're stuck in snowbound Russia. But if you find yourself in the southern Volga region of Saratov, it very well may be. A video posted on social media this week showed a two-humped camel pulling a trapped white car out of a snowbank. The clip went viral on various platforms since Thursday, accumulating at least 333,000 views. The 20-second footage was reportedly filmed at the Kumisnaya Polyana Nature Park on Tuesday. The footage shows a camel trying to pull the car out of snow on a dual-carriage road. The two-humped creature, controlled by its cameleer, succeeds at the third attempt as cheering voices are heard in the background. At the end of the video, a tractor is seen on the roadside standing still, apparently after failing to dig out the car. And now updated as of 7 p.m., here are the top trending topics and searches on the internet today. As of 2 p.m. today, the Change.org petition to Singapore's Land Transport Authority, LAT, to prevent the viral Gojek driver from losing his license to drive private hire vehicles has closed at 65,502 signatures, about 34,500 short from the 100,000 signatures goal. This comes as the latest update in the viral dispute between Gojek driver Kamaruzaman Abdul Latif and ride-hailing user Jovina Choi.
In a statement, the people behind the petition said that it had to be put to an end, as requested by some individuals and organizations. They also expressed their gratitude towards all their supporters, whilst sending their best wishes to Kamaruzaman. Last Saturday, Kamaruzaman posted on Facebook that Gojek has assured that no action will be taken against him stemming from the incident. In a letter on Monday, LTA called Kamaruzaman to attend an interview on Thursday morning to assist investigations. Speaking to Singapore's The Straits Times on Thursday, Kamaruzaman said that the LTA has allowed him to continue to drive the ride-hailing firm until the decision is out.
And now it's time for 7Edition's My Game On segment, bringing you the latest esports news every Saturday in Malaysia. Technology meets esports at the 2019 IDEA Fair, a seminar focusing on innovations within information and communications technology, digital, entrepreneurship, and apps. Held over the weekend at Menara Mara, Kuala Lumpur, the event will focus on how technopreneurs can help boost their skills in the digital market. Wanizul Islam finds out more.
The seminar, hosted by Mara in collaboration with the Rural Development Ministry, aims to create a platform for upcoming entrepreneurs to learn and gain knowledge from the country's digital economy icons. Workshops on how to help boost sales through digital marketing, including creating applications, were held, focusing mainly on the youth, especially those within TVET institutions.
They have to be in line ataupun selari dengan what's happening in the country. So we are calling people from the industry dan idea fair ini untuk membuka ruang, membuka minda mereka bahawa peluang-peluang untuk kejayaan itu dalam bidang-bidang keusahawan dalam bidang ICT, digital tu dalam keusahawanan tu terbuka luas.
Forums discussing opportunities within the Industry 4.0 were also conducted, which included topics on the advantages of e-commerce, along with how to become the next technopreneur. Esports exhibitions were also held to help promote the various job opportunities the industry has to offer, including program and software development and working with virtual reality technology.
What we are currently exhibiting here is not an actual esports tournament, but we are more likely doing more towards esports challenge, because we want to have all the attendees here to be involved in what we are doing and also get the feel of what esports has to offer.
Alongside the esports exhibitions, participants took part in various game challenges, including Formula 1 time trials, Beat Saber King of the Hill, and PUBG Mobile.
Now, for those of you who are looking for a fresh new idea, you can come on down to the IDEA Fair 2019 happening at Menara Mara in Kuala Lumpur. Tomorrow it's going to be its last day on the 10th of February, so don't forget to join us here for some exciting innovations and forums, especially exhibitions on esports. I'm Wanizul Islam reporting for 7Edition, My Game On.
Game developer Respawn has found the next big hit in gaming after struggling with the release of two good but underplayed Titanfall games. The latest addition to the Battle Royale category comes in the form of Apex Legends, a game that has broken Fortnite's record in just 3 days since its release. Now, Respawn was initially surprised with the feedback, having racked up 1 million players in its first 8 hours. 3 days later, the total number of players online for the free-to-play game rocketed up to 10 million, with 1 million concurrent players at any time. In comparison, Fortnite took 2 weeks to hit 10 million players, while Apex Legends continues to defy all odds with overwhelming Twitch viewerships crushing Fortnite. Shockwaves have been set throughout the gaming industry due to the project being kept entirely under wraps and not having so much as a marketing campaign until launch day on February 5th.